Jadi nggak gini. Aduh, sini Pak.
Cek.
Makasih Pak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang Bapak dan Ibu, senang sekali dapat berjumpa dalam kegiatan workshop Writing Impactful Abstract and Understanding Publishing Ethic and Policies yang diselenggarakan oleh Perpustakaan dan Arsip UGM bekerja sama dengan Emerald Publishing. Pada kesempatan ini kami ucapkan selamat datang kepada yang terhormat Kepala Perpustakaan dan Arsip UGM, Bapak Arif Surahman SIP MBA, yang kami hormati Mr. Wan Yat Seng, Regional Director East Asia Emerald Publishing, yang kami hormati narasumber kita hari ini, Mr. William Loh, Customer Success Partner Emerald Publishing, yang kami hormati moderator kegiatan, Bapak Irwan Sukardi, Business Manager Indonesia Emerald Publishing, yang kami hormati pula tim dari Emerald Publishing, serta seluruh peserta workshop yang telah hadir secara luring di ruang alumni corner FEB UGM maupun yang bergabung secara daring melalui Microsoft Teams dan streaming YouTube. Puji syukur senantiasa kita panjatkan kehadirat Tuhan Yang Maha Esa karena atas rahmat dan karunia-Nya pada siang hari ini kita dapat berkumpul dalam keadaan sehat dan penuh semangat. Perkenalkan, saya Wasilatul Baroroh yang akan memandu jalannya kegiatan pada siang hari ini. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, agar Bapak Ibu mengetahui rangkaian acara pada siang hari ini, saya akan membacakan susunan acara. Yang pertama, pada hari ini rangkaian kegiatan akan diawali dengan pembukaan, kemudian sambutan dari Kepala Perpustakaan dan Arsip UGM. Selanjutnya ada penyampaian informasi penghargaan dari Emerald Publishing kepada Perpustakaan dan Arsip UGM. Setelah itu kita akan melaksanakan foto bersama dan kemudian kita akan memasuki acara inti berupa pemaparan materi yang dipandu oleh moderator dan kemudian acara akan ditutup dengan pembagian link presensi kepada seluruh peserta. Baik Bapak Ibu, untuk mengawali kegiatan ini marilah kita berdoa menurut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing. Berdoa dipersilakan. Amin ya robbal alamin. Semoga kegiatan hari ini dapat berjalan dengan lancar dan memberikan manfaat untuk kita semua. Bapak Ibu yang berbahagia, selanjutnya marilah kita dengarkan sambutan sekaligus pembukaan acara yang akan disampaikan oleh Kepala Perpustakaan dan Arsip UGM, Bapak Arif Surahman SIP MBA. Kepada Bapak Arif kami persilakan.
Terima kasih Mbak Roro. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk bersama. Good afternoon, Mr. William, Mr. Wan Yanseng, juga Pak Irwan, dan Mbak siapa Mbak? Mbak Ririn ya. Mbak Ririn. Pertama-tama mari kita panjatkan puji syukur kepada Allah SWT sehingga kita bisa hadir di sini ya dalam satu kesempatan yang insya Allah akan memberikan manfaat untuk kita semua. Yang kedua saya juga ucapkan terima kasih, thank you for coming here to join with us, Mr. Wat Yang Seng, ya, Regional Director East Asia Emerald, ya, kemudian juga Mr. William Loh, ya, as our guest speaker, ya, Customer Success Partner at Emerald Publishing, and also Pak Irwan, ya, dan juga Mbak Ririn, ya. Terima kasih atas kehadirannya dan waktunya untuk bisa bersama kami ya. Tentunya juga tak lupa teman-teman semua ya, Bapak Ibu dosen, mahasiswa ya, maupun mungkin ada juga tenaga kependidikan ya yang join baik mungkin di luring di hari ini maupun yang secara online ya di Microsoft Teams. Kami ucapkan terima kasih sekali sudah bergabung bersama kami. Yang jelas bahwa ini adalah sebetulnya program yang memang yang bisa kami lakukan bekerjasama dengan teman-teman dari penerbit. Ya, kali ini bersama dengan teman-teman Emerald. Ya. Kenapa hal ini bisa terjadi? Karena memang kita selama ini juga melanggan Emerald, ya, sehingga saya juga berharap bahwa teman-teman semua, Bapak Ibu sekalian nanti bisa tahu bahwa kita itu melanggan jurnal Emerald ya, yang secara lengkap sehingga nanti bisa dimanfaatkan lebih lanjut ya. Harapannya adalah bahwa ini adalah bagian juga bagi penguatan kita terhadap publikasi-publikasi yang dihasilkan oleh Bapak Ibu dosen maupun oleh mahasiswa di Universitas Gadjah Mada. Saya kira Emerald adalah salah satu penerbit yang saat ini mungkin grow-nya sangat bagus ya, saya lihat ya. Jadi mungkin memang belum sebesar Elsevier, Wiley dan sebagainya, tapi secara growth saya melihat bahwa ini dari Emerald sangat bagus dan banyak sekali yang memang sudah terstandar indexingnya juga sudah bagus ya. Sehingga harapan kami sih ini bahwa event ini nanti akan banyak memberikan manfaat kepada teman-teman semua, terutama mahasiswa ya yang mungkin sedang publikasi ya, untuk mungkin nanti ke depan bisa publikasi di jurnal-jurnal internasional termasuk di Emerald tentunya ya. Nah, sebetulnya pada waktu itu kami itu mendapat tawaran ada 3 topik sebetulnya teman-teman ya. Yang pertama adalah terkait dengan riset impact sebetulnya gitu ya. Terus kemudian yang kedua adalah terkait dengan writing impactful abstract. Kemudian yang ketiga sebetulnya terkait dengan understanding publishing ethics and policies ya. Cuman pada waktu itu saya menawar ke teman-teman dari Emerald. Bisa nggak kira-kira ada yang digabung saja writing itu sama publishing ethics, karena saya melihat bahwa itu penting, 2 hal itu penting untuk kita tahu bersama-sama. Akhirnya dari dari Emerald menyatakan bisa, cuman mungkin nanti bagian terbesarnya adalah lebih kepada writing abstrak ya. Nanti untuk yang publishing etiknya mungkin akan sedikit disinggung oleh William ya, saya kira gitu. William ini dari Malaysia sehingga sedikit banyak juga bisa bahasa Melayu ya mungkin ya. Tapi mungkin nanti terserah William nanti akan menyampaikan dalam bahasa Inggris atau campur ya, mix ya, oke ya. Saya kira nanti akan gimana caranya agar lebih mudah lah Pak Irwan, saya kira nanti bisa ini. Dan Emerald ini memang sepertinya sedang ada tour untuk melakukan kegiatan ini. Ya, saya lihat di Undip, di UNS ya juga dilakukan ya, dan mungkin di tempat lain juga sudah dilakukan ya. Baik, saya kira saya tidak ingin berpanjang lebar. Yang jelas kami juga mengucapkan terima kasih sekali kepada Fakultas Ekonomika dan Bisnis ya yang menyediakan tempat pada hari ini. Kebetulan tadinya akan dilakukan di perpustakaan kami ya, tapi ternyata semua ruangan full ya. Sehingga termasuk ruangan yang harusnya tadinya kami pikir pakai, ternyata kan dipakai untuk UTBK ya. Sehingga terus kemudian akhirnya kami pindah ke sini. Jadi kami mohon maaf kalau mungkin ada keterbatasan ya, ini colokannya juga belum ada gitu ya. Karena ini kami meminjam tempat di Fakultas Ekonomi, alhamdulillah diberi kesempatan untuk meminjam tempat di sini. Saya kira itu saja dari saya. Sekali lagi terima kasih sekali atas kehadiran teman-teman. Mudah-mudahan apa yang kami berikan bersama Emerald ini memberikan banyak manfaat untuk teman-teman semua. Dengan ini maka workshop untuk writing impactful abstract and understanding publishing ethics and policies kami nyatakan dibuka. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kami sampaikan kepada Bapak Arif Surahman atas sambutan yang telah diberikan. Bapak Ibu yang berbahagia, pada kesempatan yang baik ini kami juga ingin menyampaikan kabar membanggakan bahwa Emerald Publishing memberikan 2 penghargaan kepada UGM, yaitu High Usage Award dan High Research Award. Penghargaan ini merupakan bentuk apresiasi atas tingginya pemanfaatan sumber daya ilmiah Emerald oleh Sivitas Akademika UGM, sekaligus atas kontribusi riset yang dihasilkan. Therefore, we would like to invite Mr. Wan Yat Seng, Regional Director East Asia Emerald Publishing, to present the award to the Head of Library and Archives, Bapak Arif Surahman.
tangan untuk kita semua ya.
Terima kasih. Semoga penghargaan ini menjadi motivasi untuk terus meningkatkan kontribusi dalam pemanfaatan sumber informasi ilmiah dan penguatan publikasi akademik. Bapak Ibu yang kami hormati, sebelum kita memasuki sesi inti, kita akan melaksanakan foto bersama. Kami mohon kepada peserta luring untuk bisa maju ke depan. Mungkin cukup. Kita Untuk peserta daring, kami mohon untuk membuka kamera dan panitia akan membantu untuk foto bersama. Karena nggak fokus. Tuh. Mbak, aku takut buat foto. Karena nggak fokus aja sih. Pokoknya. Dari sini mungkin kayaknya dari sini. Dari sini ya. Terima kasih atas partisipasinya Bapak Ibu. Baik Bapak Ibu, kita akan memasuki acara inti berupa pemaparan materi dan diskusi. Untuk memandu jalannya sesi ini telah hadir bersama kita moderator Bapak Irwan Sukardi selaku Business Manager Indonesia Emerald Publishing. Tanpa berpanjang kata, kepada Bapak Irwan Sukardi kami persilakan.
Selamat pagi Bapak Ibu dan rekan-rekan mahasiswa. Perkenalkan saya Irwan, perwakilan Emerald Indonesia. Saat ini saya membawa rekan saya jauh-jauh dari Malaysia. Ya, jauh-jauh beliau datang, digunakan kesempatannya itu Mr. William Low. Beliau akan banyak nanti menceritakan mengenai tentang writing abstrak, lalu tentang publikasi dengan etika publikasi. Ya, yang memang lagi senang saat ini lagi tren lah. Ya, mungkin saya tidak ingin berlama-lama, saya akan memulai. Pak William ini akan memberikan presentasinya. Silakan, Mr. William. Oke. Oke.
Okay. Selamat siang. Siang lagi. Selamat siang. Selamat siang. Okay. Good afternoon to all. Nama saya William. My name is William. Before we start, just one check. Nak semak satu ya. Any foreign students? Ada foreign students? Ada? Tidak. Okey, baik. Kalau tidak, maka William boleh gunakan dua bahasa, ya. English and also bahasa. Okey, kalau ada foreigner tu, then kita kena guna English lah in most of the time. Tapi untuk William tu, kita dua bahasa lah. Lepas I nampak semua peserta, teman-teman semua tu dah confused, nanti I tukar balik bahasa. Okay, good afternoon, selamat siang. Sesi siang ini ada berkenaan dengan writing abstract with impact dan juga publikasi etika ya dan AI policy. Okay, so untuk yang sesi siang ni dibahagikan kepada 3 bahagian, very simple. Number 1, kita akan go to explore the demographic to celebrate UGM success with Amaro. Nanti yang kedua tu what the editors are looking for, di mana where we going to use it for abstract writing nanti. In the session of abstract writing, William akan tanya teman-teman semua tu untuk berfikir secara reviewer and give me your reviewer feedback. Yeah, so that's the workshop. Once we have done that, then izinkan William to also touch a little bit on the ethical and best guidance practices. Before I start, I also want to say this is my first time in Jogja. And in UGM, I have always wanted to come to UGM. Adanya a few friends di UGM. Terutama satu tu Ibu Mita. Mungkin dia tak masuk ya. Nasib baik. Tidak pasti kenal ke Ibu Mita? Tidak. Nama fakulti lain ke? She's also the chief editor bagi Journal of Indonesian Economy and Business. Nama penuh kejap ya, Widya Paramita. Ya, Ibu Widya Paramita. Okay, so let's just move on. Scan. Kejap nanti tu, you can take a picture, you can scan later. Lepas dah take picture and scan, you akan ditanya a few question A. Lepas dah jawab question A tu, you will get e-certificate of attendance from Emerald. Di dalam tu juga ada PowerPoint, PDF lah, PDF slide William di QR code sini dia tu. Okay, one of the question yang William prepare adalah, would you like to become a reviewer for Emerald Journal? Kalau for academics, for lecturers, for PhD student, kalau ada peluang and also confidence level to become reviewer, please give it a try. Let me know. Click a yes. It's just a experience. It's just a learning curve. Be a reviewer and see how it goes. It's about becoming a reviewer is the first step also to become a better author. When you become a reviewer, you will think what reviewer think. You akan dapat the reviewer skema dia, the marking point, the marking sheet. So you think how is reviewer think. You also have the chance to work with editor, with the editorial board member, how to run the journal. So if you have a chance, I would like to invite everyone to be reviewer for Emerald. Boleh next? Yeah. Okay. Next. Alright. Yang tadi tu yang kita nampak dah, we are very proud. Tahu tak the keyword tu apa? Keyword tu ialah worldwide. Memang hebat sekali. Di dunia. Universitas Gajah Mada mendapat kedudukan ke-8, ranked number 8 in the world for the high usage award. Even better than a lot of university in Europe, Malaysia, and even Singapore as well. If you go to the next slide, thank you. High research output. Tahu tak maksud high research output? Which means that the university has successfully published paper, artikel di Emerald. And UGM is nombor 2 di Indonesia, kategori dia berdasarkan data 2025. Yang pertama dan kedua tu tak jauh beza. Do you know who is the number 1? UAE ketiga. Ketiga. Tidak. Airlangga. UNE kan? Airlangga is UNE. UNE. Pertama, UGM kedua. Tak jauh beza. Hopefully next year when we come, number 1 hopefully. This workshop, please pay attention. Okay. Yang ini alamak tak nampak tapi this is just a very short data from every year 2022, 2023. So contohnya in 2022 izinkan William turun ke bawah 2022 submission to Emerald Journal is about 144. Publikasi tu about 35 in 2022. Total the ratio of acceptance to submissions is about 24%. You akan nampak submissions tu dia meningkat 144 to 200, 05, 247 dan last year 400 meningkat tinggi. So it shows the interest, the suitability of Emerald Journal in UGM memang tinggi kesesuaian dia. Akan tetapi the publication juga meningkat tetapi tidak drastically meningkat lah. So this is something that we would like to work more together. So, alright, if we go to this landscape, secara kasar dia, just an overview of Indonesia landscape in Emerald. Just a quick one. Indonesia is one of the country in Emerald. We are very, very, very proud. Sebab submisi tu amat tinggi. Every year you see, last 2021 3,000 plus. Last year sampai 7,000 dah. Almost 8,000 submission to Emerald Journal in Indonesia. The subject, kalau kita nak tahu submisi, kita pun nak tahu where do the Indonesian people submit to, what subject. So subjek pertama tu ialah accounting, accounting, finance, economy. You see later why. Accounting, finance, economy. Kedua dia business, management, strategy. Ketiga marketing. Keempat HR. HRM, learning and organization studies. In the top 20 submitted journal by in Indonesia, top 20 submitted journal in Indonesia. Example number 1, JIMA, Journal of Islamic Marketing. Kedua, Journal of Islamic Accounting and Business Research. Ketiga, International Journal of Islamic and Middle Eastern Finance and Management, SSCI lah, SSCI Q2. So the top 20 submitted journal in Indonesia consists mainly from the marketing, accounting, education, accounting, business, accounting, and business. What makes it so proud? Out of the 20 top submitted journal, 19 tu adalah Scopus Q1. Indonesian scholars are very ambitious here. Memang bertekad tinggi. Not Q1, not go. So 19 out of 20 semua tu Q1. And 18 out of the 20 is either Q1 or Q2 dalam ESCI or SCCI journal. Now we know about submission. So the next question yang kita nak tanya, berapakah peratus acceptance dia? Submisi tinggi, we know, but how is the acceptance? Right, acceptance tu, if you can see from here, from 2021, dia meningkat, turun sikit, dia meningkat lagi. So in last year, the totality of accepted published article adalah sejumlah about 434 tu hybrid, 45 to open access. 45 to open access. So you can see it's actually increase. Tetapi kalau ratio dia, according to the ratio, acceptance to the submissions is only about 26%. 26%. 7,000 plus submission, less than 500 acceptance. So more work need to do for part A1 to have collaboration together, to have workshops, to learn together. We'll skip the question for now. We go to that. Izinkan William to also do a little bit of promotion, only 2 promotion. FEBS, which is Finance, Economy and Business Sustainability Conference 2026, organized by FEB, Fakulty Economy and Business, University Malaysia Sarawak. Yang ini yang 2024. This is 2024, which is a door gift lah over there. That is actually where I first met Ibu Mita in this particular conference. If anyone is interested to join, I think UGM is one of the partner, if I'm mistaken. Kita juga ada jemput Professor A1 from UNS. UNS as the keynote speaker. This happening in August tahun ini. And another one, another one in Kuala Lumpur. Di Kuala Lumpur tu bersama dengan Editor-in-Chief Emerald Journal. Contohnya Profesor Hairam Ting. Yang kedua dengan Profesor Ramaya. We are organizing a summit where we would like to get the PhD student a platform to present their thesis, to present their viva, for the supervisor to learn how to be a supervisor. Yang ini dia, Dr. Vidya Paramita here, which is also part of the committee level. Happenings in the August this year juga. So yang itu just a quick promo. Sorry. Okay. Before I go into the abstract, just a quick one for some interaction. How much do you think do you need to pay to publish in MRO? Not open access here. How much do you need to pay to publish in MRO Journal? Free. Yes. Who say free? Free. Yes. Hadiah diberikan. Di mana dia? Yeah, free, gratis kan? Kalau bahasa tu free tu gratis. Gratis ya. Kenapa tahu? Pernah publish di Emerald? Tidak pernah. Sorry? Oh, ya ke? Oh. Thank you. Yes, publish with Emerald. Kalau bukan open access adalah free ya, free. Dalam I think I have next slides lah. Tapi if you have the pocket money, pocket money lah. If you have pocket money, you want to donate, contribute to Emerald, silakan. We charge. Kejap ya. We charge. It's free. Tapi before that, it's free. Can. It's free. Tapi if you have pocket money, you want to turn your article to be open access article, adalah APC dia. APC tu adalah terlampau mahal. Very, very expensive. So even if you have pocket money kan for this, baik kita pergi holiday, lepas tu pergi join conference, lepas tu balik holiday lagi. But some tricks, some sharing information. How can we get free APC? Free APC. Yeah. So if you have friends in Australia ataupun New Zealand ataupun selected country in the European country, MRO is having a national deal. Contohnya bersama dengan Australia here, where they can publish In Emerald, open access without APC. Without APC. Maka if let's say lah Pak ada kawan ya kat Australia, Monash lah contoh dia, Monash. So you can invite Monash as your co-author. Then minta dia, please use your APC. Please use your APC voucher, publish in Emerald, and you can use the voucher for free. Tidak perlu berbayar. So and your article is open access article. Yeah. So this one of that. Next, yeah. Quick one, as I said, publish in Emerald is free. Selain itu, 95% of Emerald Journal is in Scopus, 90% is in Clever Analytic, 85% of Emerald Journal tu is in Scopus Q1, Q2. 85% Q1 and Q2, very high standard. For books pula, if anyone would like to publish a book, I'm also your new best friend. You can talk to me, you can WhatsApp to me. Publish a book with Emerald is, alamak, dah ada jawapan dia ya. Publish book with Emerald is free, tidak perlu berbayar. And also book published with Emerald will be indexed in Scopus. Emerald will send the book to be indexed to Scopus to be indexed juga. Yeah? So that's for books. And for the teaching case, we also, for business school, we also offer teaching cases. Contohnya Harvard lah, Harvard teaching cases. Kita tidak ada Harvard ya, kita ada Emerald teaching cases. Di sini itu, it can be used for case teaching or case writing. Last year, kita Emerald menjemput ya UI as FEB lah, UI as one of our partner for the Asia case writing competition, the Emerald. So it's actually where we wanted to get more cases from the local to be published in Scopus Index Journal. Next. So this is some of the keywords to find the right journal. Why? I'm going to mention this is about needed to answer in the abstract later. Yeah. So how do we select a journal? How do we select a journal? This is only some of the idea, some of the approach and so. Sebagai contoh, normally when I ask these questions, students will say, I guna Google je. How many of you use Google to look for journal? Ada tak? Tidak ada. Wah, semua tu main. How do you find journal? Library. That's good. Thank you to library. Thank you. tapi kalau Pak dah ada manuscript, ya, research topic, how do you identify which journal to submit? How do you identify which journals to submit?
Iya, salah satu pakai Web of Science.
Web of Science, ya?
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, letak Web of Science, letak by subject, by keyword, nanti filter by top.
Alright.
Top lah.
Yeah.
Top 1, top 2, top 10.
Alright.
Nanti from top 1, top 2 nanti submit.
Yes.
Submit. So, yang tu kedua. Yang kedua. Yang ini, what you see at the PowerPoint here, it is a workshop result here. In Malaysia, William, I conducted a workshop. The workshop is called How to Find the Right Journal. The workshop lah, how to find a right journal. So this is the discussion, the result of discussions that we had in the workshop. Most of people, they go to Google Scholar, Scopus, Clever Analytics. They go for the subject area or keywords, and then they filter by top 10, top 20, then they submit into it. All is good. Cuma for William, I think that is called blindly submit. Blindly submit. Blindly submit tu maksud apa lah? Buta submisi ke? Kiriman buta. Something. Kenapa? Sebab you may not know what is the journal aim and scope. Journal aim and scope tu mungkin tidak tahu, ya? Mungkin tidak tahu. Journal aim and scope is very important. Number 5 here. Journal aim and scope tu important sebab manuscript kita kena match dengan keperluan journal tersebut. It must be matched into it. So how do you check journal aim and scope? How do you check journal aim and scope? You can go to the journal homepage to check the journal aim and scope. Yeah. Another way too ialah you can download a few of their articles. For William, I would suggest you to download top download articles or top cited article from the targeted journal and read. There is a reason why the articles is top download. There's also a reason why the article in the journal is top cited. Ada reason dia. So if your manuscript have the same research topic dengan top cited, ask yourself, are you citing that article? Kalau tidak, ask yourself again, kenapa? Why are you not citing the top cited article if it's in the same topic lah, by the same journal? Alright. So this is that, yeah. Yang pertama tu bermaksud apa? What is yang pertama maksud dia? Pertama maksud dia, kita boleh pergi ke library, baca banyak literature review. So pertama tu ialah when you do your literature review, kalau students or lecturer, when you have your research topic, normally we will do research into it. Bacaan, literature review dan sebagainya. So when you read the content, do a research, normally you may find the journal, one journal, dia appeared more than once. Kerap lah. Journal tu dia kerap keluar banyak kali. So the results of your keywords, dia akan keluar banyak kali. So for that particular, the journal may have the tendency to accept your paper. So that is the number one. So far okay? Semua dah sunyi dah, sunyi sepi. Sunyi sepi tu William takut ya. William takut tu nanti masa William pressure, William buat joke yang bodoh sikit, nanti my boss will kick me lah. So this is how to select a right journal. Read more article. You may find that some article come from the same journal. That is your potential journal, yeah, potential journal. You can use Google Scholar, Clever Analytics. Tetapi bagi William tidaklah cukup. We have to also need to check what's the journal aim and scope, what is the journal guideline, and what is the the top download top cited, is it relevant to your manuscript. Number 3 tu ialah special issue. Where do you find special issues normally? Di mana that you will find special issue? Nak cuba. Biasanya di mana you may find special issue? Homepage journal, yes, good. Homepage journal. Mana lagi? Normally, where do you find a special issue? Call for special issue or call for paper? Journal homepage memang, yang itu memang betul. Kedua tu normally you will find it in the conference, yeah? In the conference ataupun in certain events lah, event tertentu. But normally will be in the conference. So in the conference, when you have call for paper or special issues, if you attend it, you can network, you can meet up with the editor or editor-in-chief. Now, why I would say special issue? Sebab, let's say, contohnya William submit my manuscript to this journal A, special issue dia. Let's say, yeah? And the special issue reject my submission. Sedih lah. I will cry lah. Dah sedih dah, cry dah. Tapi lepas tu, I maybe can get the revision, improve my manuscript. Boleh tak I submit balik to special issue? Mungkin special issues dah tutup lah. Their time tu dah tutup dah. So I can't send it back again. But I can send it to the journal. So this is normally what I call a backup plan, yeah? Backup plan. Let me repeat that. If you submit to the special issue, if it's got rejected, with good revision, good improvement comment, you can actually try to submit to the same journal again. Jadi tidak perlu redo your manuscript, redo writing, submit to journal B, journal C, journal E, F, G. Try again with the journal 1. Sebab special issue normally would have the same aim and scope of the journal. Okay, next. Thank you. What makes a good paper? Banyaknya points yang ini, you can read this on your own. I just want to touch on the number 1, originality. di sini dia. Nak tanya, apa maksud originality? Ada tak? Oh, thank you. So fast. What does it mean by originality?
Yes, never publish in another journal. Only
Never
one
publish in another
journal
journal?
for
Yeah.
accepted.
Yes, correct. Never published in another journal which is new in the field or new in the knowledge.
Yes.
What else? Any other words to replace originality? Kalau William nak replace ya perkataan
Yes.
originality,
Never rejected.
Huh?
Never rejected in another journal.
never
Rejected.
never rejected.
Only one.
Never rejected. Yes, but what is another word for it? In-
Ah,
Novelty, yes,
Novelty.
correct. Novelty. Thank you. Novelty. So when we submit, when we do our research, editor, what does it look for? They look for new in the knowledge. It looks for the novelty, the value of this particular research here. Novelty of this research. Over here, let me ask another one question. There are two types of novelty: academic novelty and world application. Sorry, I give the answer lah. There are two types of novelty. Kenapa lah pula I jawab before I ask question? So there are two types of novelty. The one that you are familiar with, we are all familiar with, is called academic novelty. Example, academic novelty is knowledge gap. So there is a theoretical contribution. There is a research gap to fill in. So that is the research, the academic novelty. What it means by non-research novelty, apa dia? Another one which is the real world application. Di mana research ni boleh di-adapt, digunakan in the real world lah, di dunia aplikasi dia, the real world application. If you are targeting Q1 journal ataupun SSCI journal, theoretical contribution is no longer enough. It will not get you, most of the time, it will not get you accepted. Just a theoretical contribution alone, tidak. A lot of editors now, a lot of journals in MRO focuses more on world application. Kontribusi kepada dunia. How does this actually helps to community? Example. How does your research contributes to policy making? Example. How does this research always connect with SDG goal? Sekarang ni kita dah boleh cakap SDG lah. Ha? A lot of people always tie to SDG. So, but how? How to tie to SDG? Which goal? Goal yang berapa? 17 example. Yeah? 17 what? 17.2, 17.4, 17.6. Di mana dia tu? So, that is a real world application. Novelty is that. So just take note, top journal, knowledge, theoretical contribution, it is basic, diperlukan, is expected. It's not enough. So we want to see how does your research or abstract, penulisan abstract, can show there is real world application. Okay, so that is that. The rest tu bukan sama lah. You can also hear from my past talk or in the YouTube dan sebagainya. I just want to touch on yang ini, originality. The other one, if I may want to touch upon tu ialah abstract. Nah, kenapa a well-written abstract? Because of time, cepat sikit ya. Ada tak sesiapa? Is there any editor or editorial from any journal yang hadir? Ada tak any editorial team from journal di sini? Ada? Tidak. Okay. Kalau macam tu kita imagine ya, kita imagine. Topi tu kita tukar topi. Sekarang ni semua orang tu pakai topi editor. Now you are all editor ya, editor. You have 24 hour, 24 jam ya. Pagi, petang, malam, you have family, you have friends, and so and so. When you receive a manuscript, what do you read first? Sorry? Title, yes, correct. Title, you read the title first, yeah? Tengok title tu sesuai ke tidak? Is it attractive? Is it matching? Is it relevant to my journal? Yang kedua? Abstract, yes, abstract. So abstract is the one that to understand what this title means here in a summary. Is there any third thing? Keyword, yes. Keyword sometimes, not all editor will read keywords. I'm not editor, tapi I pun tak baca keyword. For me, normally sampai abstract, I dah tutup dah. I don't even read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 or 5 or 4. Kalau abstrak tu tidak sesuai. Abstrak tu tidak sesuai, normally I will stop lah. I will then move on to another one. Tapi kalau abstrak tu menarik, has value, good contribution, then normally I'll skip, I'll go to the discussion chapter and read more. Yeah, so that's why a good written abstract is important. A good written abstract will determine whether your manuscript is dash accept or dash reject. Dash reject here. So, tahu tak maksudnya dash reject? Dash reject maksudnya you do not even has a chance to be reviewed. Submit, tendang je. Submit, tendang je. It's actually very sad lah sometimes. Very sad. At least submit, boleh masuk review, tendang, at least hati pun rasa baik sikit je. Tapi in the real fact, 70% ialah masuk, tendang. 70%. Masuk, tendang. Masuk, tendang. 70%. That's normally what I call dash rejection. Dash rejection. So if you go to next, yes, this is that. A quick process, how it looks like from the submission. From submission, then editor or the assistant editorial will read the title, read the abstract, kadang-kadang read the manuscript, then it will determine whether to dash accept or dash reject. 70%, 60%, 70%, dash reject. So this is the review process where you will come across the reviewer comment, then you come to R1. R1, after that to R2, R3, R2 maksudnya revision ya. Revision 1, revision 2, revision 3, sampai akhir dia sama ada accept or reject. Accept or reject. Of course, for us, we want accept lah. I think tak ada orang want reject ya. We all want accept. So that is the review process. Next. Right, okay. Before we go to next, so before, yeah, over here is good. Boleh juga. Okay. So now we go to the main course. Sesi utama petang ini. This is where I will stop talking. You will start talking. So di sini tu adanya dua abstrak, tapi we will focus on the first abstrak. Abstrak ini I'll give you all time to read. About 2 to 3 minutes. Sebab dia pendek je ya. I'll give you about 2 to 3 minutes to read the abstract. My question is only one. How can we improve this abstract? What do you see could be wrong? There's no right, no wrong. This is a learning experience, learning curve. So what is wrong? What this abstract needs improvement about? Okay, with that, silakan Pak. Okay, I won't read so that you can read on your own pace here.
Bukan dari AI. Benar-benar ada. Real abstrak yang kita dapat. Jadi dicoba dilihat. Not AI use.
Okay, William cuba baca ya, just paragraph, sentence by sentence. So tajuk dia, the title is Experience Matters in Engineering Universities. hedonic experience, social influence, and user behavior. Abstrak dia. The first sentence. Engineering universities increasingly invest in shared learning, innovation spaces to enhance student engagement. Shared learning tu maksudnya shared facility lah. Library, common area, common learning place. So it's a shared learning and innovation spaces here. However, understanding the behavioral driver that encourage student to use and continue engaging with these spaces actively remains limited here. The understanding tu adalah limited. Dia kata lah, abstrak tu kata. Drawing on customer engagement theory, CET, this study examines the influence between the social influence, hedonic experience on student in engineering university. Method yang digunakan tu ialah quantitative survey was conducted among 51 engineering students at a university as a pilot test. Data was analyzed using descriptive statistics, reliability analysis, exploratory factor analysis, multiple regression analysis. The findings say both social influence and hedonic experience have significant and positive impact here on the student behavior. The result also highlights student behavior. The response are shaped not only by the functional or academic consideration, but also the enjoyable experience. This study contributes to the growing body of literature on student behavior, customer engagement in higher education, in highlighting the importance of the experiential and social dimensions. The practical implications too ialah to include the designing of these student-centered spaces so that it can promote social interactions and positive experiential value. Keyword which is hedonic experience, student behavior, and social influence. So simple, very simple, straightforward. It is a study to examine the hedonic experience, the influence, the social influence, and also the behavioral study. Yeah. So it's just a quick one. My question, let's start with title. Let's start with title. So for the title tu ialah experience matters in engineering universities. Hedonic experience, social influence, and user behavior. So what can we improve on this title? Is this title okay ke? Okay, sorry. Is this title okay? Need improvement ke tidak? If need improvement, where? Dipersilakan ambil mic. Tiba-tiba sunyi lagi. Why lah? Why every time ask question sunyi? Nak cuba? Siapa nak cuba? Nak cuba? Siapa yang cuba tu dapat satu hug from my boss. Maaf. Pak. Pak nak cuba kan? Pak.
Okay, thank you. Just trying. Because I'm not expert on these fields. Saya kira mungkin baik kalau judul itu langsung ditambahkan satu kata yang meng-highlight dari temuan dia atau kontribusi dia. Ini kan sangat umum.
Betul?
Sangat umum, experience matter in engineering universities. Kita masih menebak kira-kira apa sebenarnya yang ditonjolkan di paper ini.
Betul.
Kalau dia directly ada kalimat yang meng-highlight, misalkan temuan dia soal significancy and positive impact on student behavior, itu bisa diangkat. Atau kontribusi dia terhadap sesuatu.
Betul.
Behavior. Saya kira itu menarik untuk dibaca lebih lanjut. Kalau ini kan sangat umum. Itu satu hal dari saya.
Very well said. Pak lecturer ke student? Lecturer. Oh, okay, lecturer. Ingat kalau student. If it's student, I say, oh, graduate. Already graduate lah. Pak tu lecturer. Okay, jangan jawab lagi. Tapi well said. Title tu terlalu umum. Especially the three keyword here, hedonic experience, social influence, and user behavior. What is the relationship Nombor satu tu. Dia cuma letak the parameter ataupun the investigation parameter lah, faktor tu. But what is the relationship? What are you trying to study ahead? And also what is the contribution? Kalau tidak, this is just one study on the examination. There are no contribution at all, yeah? Tidak ada contributions here. So, well said, there's actually number one. Anyone has anything to add on? Ada tak? Siapa want to add on this title? Okay, because of time, I move on here. Another one too. Actually, when I first received this abstract, this manuscript from WhatsApp lah, the student WhatsApp to me. Nanti before I even start guna Microsoft Word to write my comment, I straight away reply in my WhatsApp the first point. What is engineering university? It's not a familiar terminology in Malaysia. Adakah engineering university? Maybe in other country lah. Maybe in other country we don't know. Yeah. Tapi in my knowledge so far in education sectors, I hardly hear engineering university. I faham that the study is conducted with engineering student. I faham the data comes from engineering faculty. Tapi what is engineering university? And you put it as a title. Experience matters is engineering university. And you are only using one university at one university as pilot test. Kenapa one university become universities? So, it could be typo lah. It could be a typing mistake. Yang itu okay. But my comment to the author is that it is a bit risky to use terminology that is not common. And if your data is based on the student from engineering, then it should not, it could be, but it will be better to just use university lah, instead of engineering university. So reviewer from other country may question it. Yang ini menjadikan unnecessary question. For us, we just want to make sure our manuscript is safe. Manuscript is attractive enough to get passed. We try to reduce so many unnecessary questions. So that's actually one part. Next click. Next one. Balik. Okay, thank you. Next, normally, okay, the other one thing ialah, kalau you want to submit abstracts to Emerald Journal, 99.9% this abstract will be rejected, to be rejected. Emerald, we do not accept full paragraph abstract. Kita tidak terima, kita tidak terima. In Emerald, we have this called structured abstract, point form. So if you have read articles from Emerald before, you probably notice Emerald abstract tu dia ada purpose, methodology, findings, originality and value. I'll show you the example in the next slide lah, sebab I don't want to click here. So that's one point. So you know which journal that you are targeting, you are submitting. Every journal have different guideline, different format. Next, let's go to the first two paragraph. First two paragraph normally is the purpose ataupun statement ataupun story dia. Now you can use one sentence. Normally I would advise not write more than 2 sentences. Jangan write more than 2 sentences here. Like this one sentence. First sentence, engineering university increasingly invests in shared learning, innovation spaces to enhance student engagement. Okay, faham? However, understanding the behavioral driver encourage students to continue engaging these spaces remains limited. Remains limited. Anyone wants to give a try? Tak pun boleh, you. Sir, you want to give a try? On these first 2 sentences. On the first 2 sentences, normally refers to the problem statement ataupun refers to the purpose of this study. Yang ni dia. So, what do you know about this purpose? What do you know about this paper purpose? Sunyi lagi.
Fokus di 2 kalimat pertama,
Ah?
ya. 2 kalimat ini saja.
Ya.
Apa yang harus diperbaiki dari 2 kalimat ini menurut?
Ada? Oh sorry.
Karena kan kalau bagian pertama dari sebuah abstrak kan purpose biasanya atau sharing toli di awal. Apa yang harus diperbaiki?
Apa yang boleh diperbaiki on the first 2 sentences? Ada. Kalau tidak ada, William turun bawah pas hadir. Try us.
The first is the issue is not clear for paragraph 1,
Okay.
not clear, and paragraph sentences 1 and 2 is not there is no relevant. Okay, only that.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes. The answer is so simple. The purpose is not clear. That's all. Kita tidak perlu fikir jauh-jauh ya. Dalam bilik sini sudah boleh. So it's a very simple exercise over here. The purpose is not clear. Lepas baca the first 2 sentence, bagi William lah, saya pun tidak faham what is this research purpose is. The research purpose is to study the experience kan about the student engagement on the learning spaces dan sebagainya. Then, but why? Why do we need to study? So normally you may want to put in a sentence regarding about the reason. How do you put a reason in your study? Kalau contohnya this is unclear, let's say we want to examine this, then we need to put in why. Why and how do we put in why? One of the best way to put in why is to include the data finding ataupun to include reports from the authority. Sebagai contoh, let's say this is a university library study, contoh lah, and there is a report saying that only less than 10% student comes to library and use the common area. Then this is a reality. Yeah? This is a reality. This is a issue that we wanted to find out why. Then you can put in that with the report or the study or the data itself. Tapi kalau if you just put in this word, understanding the behavior driver remains limited. Saya tidak faham lah. Limited to what? Limited to 5%, limited to 10%, 50%, 100%, limited to apa dia limited? What is the limitasi yang you try to say? Tidak clear ya? Mungkin tidak ada limitasi pun. Maybe there's no limitation at all. Unless you're able to provide the reality. Yeah? And where do you get the reality? Don't say the reality coming from you. Use data from the authority or from the report. Jangan always claim, I found this data, I found this result dan sebagainya. Use past literature review, use report from the ministry, contoh dia, or from company to substantiate or to support lah your claim. Yeah? So that's the first lah on the particular purpose. The purpose is not clear. Yang tu je. That's the answer for it. Second part, which is on the click again, which is on the methodology. The methodology starts from drawing on customer engagement theory. The study examines the influence, social influence, hedonic experience, and student. Quantitative study conducted among 51 engineering students at a university. Data was analyzed menggunakan berbagai analysis. Anyone would like to try this one? Actually yang ini kan banyak benda kita boleh cakap. Tadi tu sana dah jawab dah. Sekarang ni datang sini. Biasanya 2 orang jawab je. Pak dengan Bu. Thank you Pak, thank you Pak. But anyone would like to try? Oh, yang ni MC. Bagi. Anyone from that round table? Round table kan? Round table. Anyone from that round table? Yes. Oh, thank you.
Oke, terima kasih. Saya yang metodologinya itu kurang, sepertinya tidak jelas. Soalnya di situ kan dijelasin tentang kuantitatif survei ya. Cuman di situ tidak dijelaskan parameter apa yang diuji, parameter apa yang dihitung, atau parameter apa yang diukur gitu. Jadi nggak jelas.
Thank you. Yes. So 1.2 ialah dia tidak mengatakan apa yang diuji lah dan sebagainya. But yeah, that's actually good point. Ada tak siapa wanted to give a try? There's a few things that we can question or touch upon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I want to try. For the multiple regression analysis,
Yes.
it's not defined what kind of regression analysis it used.
So you mean that the definitions are?
Yeah, like what kind of analysis?
What kind of
regression
analysis?
analysis?
Yes,
it
yes,
used.
because it's only mentioned.
Multiple.
It doesn't go into the detail.
Yes.
Yes. In some cases, that is true. Dia tidak mention the regressions analysis and what is being tested and so. But in some abstract, it is okay not to put in the detail. Sebab the detail can be read or be follow up in the full manuscript later. Normally for the abstract summary sudah cukup. So actually for the description statistics and reliability analysis macam ni dah okay dah. You probably will find a lot of abstract will say quantitative survey using SPSS or using PRS SEM. Contoh macam tu kan. It doesn't go into detail. They doesn't say the N factor ialah berapa. That is actually okay because it is only an abstract. It shows the higher level what the intention is and what they wanted to do with it. Actually, okay je. Anyone wants to try? Yes. Oh, dah warm up lah.
Oke, thank you. Mungkin kalau menurut saya Pak lebih kepada sampelnya itu menurut saya itu masih kurang karena biasanya
Betul.
Harus melebihi dari 100 sampai 150 seperti itu karena pada intinya kalau kita pengen targetnya Scopus Q1 nanti takutnya hasil yang didapatkan bias seperti itu.
Betul.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Student or lecturer? Student. Oh, graduate. Okay. Pak dia sudah graduate ya? Okay, good. So yes, sebab yang number 1 tu dia kata menggunakan quantitative here. Quantitative normally will require the sampling. So if you're using quantitative, it will be best to also include the sampling. Yeah? How do you come up with your sampling size or your sampling method? That's number 1 lah. Number 2, berdasarkan nombor is only 51. 51 using quanti adalah tidak mencukupi. It's actually too small. Sangat kecil. So if it's interviewer, not reviewer lah. Kalau kita in a proposal defense or in a examiner interviewer, for me lah, I'll probably ask, kenapa only 51? Are you telling me you only have 51 students in one faculty of engineering? That is a bit sad lah. So no, but why 51? 51 is too small, too small. Lagipun you are using so many analysis, I think the significance tu memang tidak ada lah ataupun bias in terms of that. Thank you. Good eye spot. The 51, the quantitative dan sebagainya. So what this tells us? This actually tells us that recheck your methods. There are many ways lah, to conduct research. It could be quantly, quanti, mixed method dan sebagainya, and also different analysis. So this probably would invite many unnecessary questions here on the method. Kalau reviewer ataupun editor nampak the method is weak or being questioned, a lot of times kita pun akan recommend to reject. Tahu tak kenapa? Because if method is wrong, the analysis is wrong. analysis is wrong, the result is wrong. Kalau result is wrong, the discussions ataupun the discussion would be biased ataupun wrong. Maka the whole manuscript may not be applicable when the method is wrong here. So be extra careful on that. Next. Okay, the next thing too, which is the finding. You can see I tak letak the red box about nothing. We can talk about the findings here. Finding is just the analysis of the analysis. Now I want you to focus on the contributions, the value of this research. What is the value? What is the originality, the novelty of this research? Dia kata, this study contributes to the growing body of literature on the student behavior and customer engagement field. The practical implication is for the university to include designing student-centered spaces so that it can promote in the future, promote social interaction and positive experiential value. So this is the last question. What do you think we can, what do you understand from this contribution? What does this contribution leads to? Arah kontribusi ini ke mana? What does this contribution leads to? Does it leads to anything? So this is a classic example where contribution is weak. Yeah, contribution is weak. So if you wanted to fill in a certain research gap, then probably you wanted to talk about the knowledge of contribution dan sebagainya. Yes, it mentioned the study contributes to the growing body of literature on student behavior and customer engagement. Tapi memang dah banyak lah out there. You just put in the Google on student behavior, customer engagement. There are a lot of research out there. What is the uniqueness of this research compared with the rest? If we are talking about theoretical contribution. Next, when we're talking about practical implication, where does this leads to? Does it brings any positive changes after this research is published? Ada tak? Does it actually push the university management to come up with budget to change the space? And so, kalau tidak, then the questions that we will need to ask are why in the first place we are doing this topic lah? Why in the first place we are doing this topic? Title is okay, but where is the contribution? What is the real impact of this particular research? Kalau cuma theoretical contribution sahaja adalah tidak mencukupi. It's not enough here. But where does this actually lead to? That is what we always question about. Okay, that's all for the first abstract. Any question? Any question pun sunyi ke? My hand pun dah cool dah sebab pun stress kan. Okay, if it's no, times, sorry, yes.
Oke, baik, terima kasih. Mungkin saya akan bertanya sedikit, Sir.
Bisa.
Terkait dengan abstrak seperti itu. Karena pada intinya saya sudah pernah untuk membuat abstrak itu dalam sebuah jurnal yang dimana kapasitas katanya itu cukup kecil seperti itu. Apalagi yang saya bidang saintek itu kan cukup harus dijelaskan secara detail ya. Kalau misalnya terlalu sedikit katanya, takutnya tidak tersampaikan dengan baik. Biasanya yang kecil itu saya dapat 150 kata itu, apakah itu bisa dilakukan untuk saintek atau tidak seperti itu? Mungkin itu aja.
STM, ya. Maaf Pak, yang soalan dia
How to create this with the abstract with the only small word, only 150 words, but the background is the syntax, is the STM.
His question is how you can utilize the 150 words limitation, in order for you to write a better abstract, especially for the STEM subject area.
I hear that. maaf ya, nanti I cuma the number of word count in abstract adalah berbeza from journal to journal. Kalau MRO normally will be 150 words. Some journal maybe about 200 words. And so, yeah. So that is the limitasi lah, the limitations of the abstract. And how can we write in STE field? Overall, is very similar. It depends on the journal objective. If the journal is research-based ataupun qualitative method-based journal, then the rate of writing would be focusing on the contribution of methods. Kalau from engineering example, let's say engineering, engineering journal, normally they require the physical output ataupun the hasil akhir dia, the end output that support your process and your rekaan dan sebagainya. So it's I hope I can answer you in that way. I mungkin tak ada answer. Did I say that correct? Bisa. Atau if you want to clarify that.
Kalau solusi dari saya itu kalau misalnya katanya terlalu kecil ya, misalnya maksimal 150 kata seperti itu. Jadi saya memilih jurnal yang lain saja karena pada intinya takut tidak tersampaikan intinya gitu, sir.
150 tidak sampai ke atau lebih?
Maksimal 150 kata.
Ya. Sikit. Cannot deliver, mesti banyak.
Maksimal kalau biasanya saya 250 kata.
Ya. Faham. Biasanya tulis 250. Tapi limitasi yang ini 150. Susah lah nak tulis 150.
Yes,
faham. Tapi pun kena belajar ya. Di dunia ini tak ada benda yang senang. Kalau senang kita tak ada di UGM, kita di luar. Saya faham. Tetapi saya tidak ada jawapan yang senang for you. I just want to say we have to follow the guideline of the journal because some journal, let's say if it's a God tier journal, they are scopus, caliber analytics, there's a Q4, Q3, Q2, Q1 kan. Atas lagi tu Tuhan, God tier journal. Betul, God tier journal. If you get one paper in God tier journal, 5 years tak perlu publish. Your university give you royal entrance. God tier journal. So example, if you want to publish in God tier journal, you also have to follow their rules and regulation. Jadi bukan kata 150 tu sikit, then I don't want to publish. Tidak ya, because we also need to follow lah what is the guideline and what is the rules. Minta maaf, I don't have the answer for you. I can only say life is hard lah, life is hard. Demi sesuap nasi kita pun di sini ya. Thank you. Because of time, I'm so sorry. Pukul berapa kita habis ya? Lagi 15 minit. Okay, skip. Sila tekan. I want to show. Okay, before we skip all, this is second abstract. We do need to do this exercise, but I will give you the answer. When I received this abstract, I gave about 70 to 80%. Okay, memang bagus. This abstract was sent to me by a student in Bandung. Talking about the disability, unraveling relationship between consumption, social consciousness, purchase intention in the context of disability. Abstract. The purpose of this study, examine factors influencing customer intention to purchase product made by people with disability via the lens of TCV. Overall, this is okay. Dia beritahu what is the focus, which is examining the factors. But if you want, you can expand by saying what factors or parameter. Because you are using PRS kan? You're using PRS, then probably there is factors that you wanted to. That is just an extension. Kalau tidak, that is okay. Then the next method, using quanti. quantity research methodology, collect data, 392 participants choose via the purposive sampling. So we don't need to go into detail. We just need to mention what is the title, the approach or the method that being used. Sudah cukup ya, purposive sampling, which is all knowledgeable about the product made by people with disability. Data then analyzed with PLS, SAM, menggunakan Smart PLS 4. Now, this is good. This is already perfect. Findings, which is they found the functional value is the most important indicator, a predictor, followed by emotional value, followed by epistemic value. Furthermore, moderation revealed that influence of social consciousness moderate the relationship between emotional value and purchase intention. Okay, this is just the analysis of it. Last but not least, the value. The study demonstrates consumption value in the context of product made by people with disability have direct impact with the intention here. Social consciousness acting as a significant catalyst. This study provides new perspective that mitigates the misconception about product being made by people with disability, demonstrate the complexity perceptions of consumer adoptions in these innovative, inclusive products. So there are some places to actually improve or to be better, but overall rangka ini dah cukup dah. This is a good one. For me, I would say the originality and value can be much better. Yeah, much better. Again, you see, it is very theoretical based. It's talk about the intention, how this research contributes to the theoretical knowledge here, theoretical contributions. This is the part that if it's me, I will not write such lah. I will not say this study provide a new perspective. I don't write that. Or maybe wants to link this to where this who is our stakeholder in the disability group. Who is a stakeholder in the disability group, and this research, how can this research reach out to them? Probably for a pilot test, for the future research to test this intention in the second stage. Something like that will actually draw a better value rather than saying providing a new perspective. It's about providing a new perspective means so what? Lepas provide tu macam mana? Full stop je. So nothing more. So there needs to have something to move on here, this particular research, so that it can reach to the stakeholder, to the the people that can benefit. Okay, mic pun dah habis dah. I think my time. Okay, these questions. I will welcome any questions time, but before I go to questions, just give me 2 minutes if I can go to the next slide. Remember about the scan QR code. Once you scan the QR code, you will receive an email. Dalam email tersebut, there is a link. The link will bring you to the Google Drive. In the Google Drive, you can download this PowerPoint slide here. I would like teman-teman semua tu boleh read it on your own. If you have any question, let me know. But I will quickly let you know the key point about ethical publications and the use of AI. So this is ethics. If you go to next slide, this is we'll go to the next slide. So this is a summary of the research ethics guideline from Amoro. It's very common sense. When you read it, you should understand it. Sebagai contoh, number 3. Number 3, it says, your work has not been submitted elsewhere. Common sense lah. Maksudnya, if you submit your manuscript to journal A, can you at the same time submit to journal B? Boleh ke tidak? Tidak. Common sense here? Tidak. So, a lot of this is the ethical common sense here. The one that I want to focus more about is the AI part. If you go to the AI part on the next slide,
Sorry, before I go that, this is good because of AI. A lot of guideline has changed and also improved because of AI. One of the example is this journal, apa dah? Journal of Fashion, Marketing and Management. If your research paper involve human interaction, ini dia kat bawah lah. If your article involve human participants, example interview, example question A, yeah, you will need to have the consent form signed off or consent form noted by the participants. And as and when it's needed, you may also need to submit to MRO. Yeah, so this is a new guideline. Last 2 years sebelum tu memang tidak ada on the new guideline. If you have time, normally I'll ask why there is such a new guideline. But because of time, I will tell you the answer. It's because of AI. Last time, 5 years ago, when we do interview, I think probably there is a consent form that is okay. But you don't need to submit to a journal. You don't need to submit to MRO. Sebab MRO believe in you. MRO trust our author. Nowadays, author can use AI to create anything. Not just edit, create manuscript, create data, figures, tables, semua pun fake. All of this also can be fake. They just use AI to create. So, as a journal, as a publisher, how do we check the data is genuine data? How do we know that? By having to check the consent form. So you say, oh, this one is done by interview, done by interview. So interview with who? We don't need to know who. We just need to see that it has been signed off by who and who and who and who and who. So this is the data to prove that you have real people being interviewed or real data is being collected. It is not AI generated. So this is a new guideline that MRO in our journal have introduced here. Next, policy in publishing. This MRO policy, yang ini panjang sangat. Normally I won't ask you to read. I put coloring, macam kindergarten lah, macam kindergarten. You can read red color tidak boleh, blue tu boleh. So example, normally I will also ask, tahu tak di mana, where do you write, if you are using AI, where do you write in your manuscript? Answer di sana lah, answer di sana. So last time, many people do know. Let's say William, William guna Canva AI, contoh guna Canva AI to come out with the diagrams, with the table of figures, to beautify it, dan sebagainya. So where should William declare the use of the software? Kalau dulu tu mungkin kita tidak tahu, So right here, you being an author, we would need to declare it. We need to write it clearly in the methods and also the acknowledgement. So in the method sessions or acknowledgement sessions, that's where you need to write down if you are using any AI tools or AI software, same as using PLS, same as using SPSS software. Similar thing, you will also need to write what software, the name of the software, the version of the software, and how you use the software, how you use the software. So if you're using any AI tools, you will need to mention it, you need to write it down in the methods and acknowledgement. You do not need to write it down in the abstract. As a matter of fact, I would suggest not to write in the abstract. Better to put it in the methods, explain it further, rather than putting in abstract for people to question in the early stage. All right. Next. So in these sessions, lepas sesini dah habis, if you find what William has been saying confusing ataupun tidak faham, you do need to remember all. I just want you to remember two terminology. Very simple. Copywriting, copy editing. Copywriting, copy editing. If you're using AI, in MRO, we do not allow authors to use as copywriting. Maksudnya apa? You cannot use AI to generate, create, draft, write for you. You cannot use ChatGPT to do the whole abstract, create lah, a new abstract, or use whichever to create the data and the figure and the table. Yang itu tidak boleh, ya, tidak bisa. Copy editing, what is copy editing? Which is edit lah, the job of editing for the improvement of grammar, spelling, the tone of writing, the quality of writing, proofreading, semua tu boleh, ya. Tetapi it must has existing work. It must has original existing work to edit upon. Bukannya you edit on nothing. That is called create, yeah. That's not called edit, yeah. So if you edit on nothing, that's create. So you must have something already. Then if you want to improve the quality of the manuscript, to do translation. Yesterday we went to university asking about how about translation tool. Sama juga, yeah. If you're using translation tool, I would advise you don't copy paste lah. Please do not copy paste. Even you use Google Translate, don't copy paste it and submit. Very, very dangerous. Yeah. So see the translations, change a bit, make it more human feel, more research feel, not robotic. Then you can make sure the grammar, the spelling, the message is there. The point that you wanted to send out is there. Dah cukup dah. Next. Dah habis dah. Next. So this is about AI. What AI can do, what AI cannot do. Next. That's copywriting and this copy editing. So how can we use copy editing? And the last one, which is before that, is the creation of figure. Yes, correct. Using generative AI for illustrative purposes. This one have to be careful. Not all journal will accept. Currently, majority of Emerald Journal accept AI-generated illustrations, picture, graphic, tables, dan sebagainya. Yeah, we accept it. But publisher something like Springer or Springer Nature, they do not accept illustrative AI generated. So do read the journal aim and scope and also the guideline to check what is can, what is cannot. Yeah. Next, dah habis dah. I think basically that's all. I think the last one is about the peer review. Same when we say we do not allow author to use AI to create something, only to improve. We also does not allow our reviewer to use AI to review. We allow them to improve their comment, but not to create their reviews comment. Yeah. So this is just a summary lah. Nanti you boleh baca nanti. Next, that's all about review. Last part, which is here. UGM has access to MRO. Thank you to library. This is I would say it's a must read. Very short, 7 pages saja, only 7 pages. This is not a research paper. It is an article written by editor-in-chief and also from MRO UK, where it introduced 7 hypothetical scenario. Dalam 7 hypothetical scenario itself, they will share their analysis and what is the best practice. Example, scenario number 5, talking about AI-generated content. So what is the analysis? What is the best practice if you are in this scenario? I will suggest to download and read once. Baca sekali, dah cukup dah. Because it's quite common sense, just that it now have more things to offer. So only 7 pages and with 7 hypothetical scenario from data gathering to consent form, to methods, ethics, AI, and so and so. I think that is all. We are now reached to the scan again. After this scan, there will be a question. I'll leave this slide over here, and I would like to invite if there's any question from the floor.
As the question from the online, can we show it first?
Dah ambil gambar dah, the QR code.
Sebelum menunggu pertanyaan yang dimunculkan dari online, ada pertanyaan dulu gak dari sini? Dari floor. Silakan yang ingin bertanya. Oh, itu ada.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Baik, terima kasih. Jadi sebelumnya saya ada tugas terkait dengan artikel review. Nah, pada saat saya melakukan pengecek, pertama kan saya write in English, tetapi untuk yang pengecekan grammarnya itu saya menggunakan aplikasi pihak lain kayak Grammarly gitu. Nah, pada saat saya melakukan pengecekan dengan Turnitin, ternyata similaritasnya itu rendah banget, di bawah 20%. Tapi pada saat dicek dengan AI, Turnitin AI, bahwa tulisan saya hasil Grammarly itu terdeteksi sebagai AI 50%. Apa kalau saya submit artikel saya, kemudian dari pihak publisher melakukan cek similaritas, apakah chance untuk lolos artikel saya itu besar atau bakalan di reject? Oh, ini this AI tools gitu. Itu dari sudut pandang publisher itu seperti apa? Terima kasih.
You understand?
Terima kasih. Pak pernah come across to this issue, masalah dia. Maksudnya selepas submit tu kan, the percentage tu dah bertambah tinggi dah. What do you do?
It depends on the publisher. Some of them allow to, even there are some AI on that, it's still permitted. But some of them very restricted. Alright. Jadi tergantung pada publishernya. Kalau ada beberapa publisher yang tidak mengecek sampai ke AI, tapi ada beberapa yang sangat restricted begitu. Dan tadi publisher Emerald salah satu yang masih permit untuk beberapa hal tadi. Jadi silakan dicoba.
Sebenarnya tu kalau William, dia ada dua lah perspektif yang kita boleh belajar ya. Nombor satu tu detection AI tu cuma indikator sahaja. So di mana when di submit the time, publisher system tu memang dah ada wujudnya, sistem-sistem kecil tu untuk menyemak plagiarism, AI writing, even author background pun ada. Cuma dari author tidak nampak ya, dari editor dia nampak. So editor dia akan nampak, oh manuscript ini plagiarism 5%, AI 20%. Contohlah macam dia tu. Tetapi the decisions goes back to the editor. It goes back to the editor. So kalau editor tu find that the manuscript has good potential, it's a quality paper to consider, to revise, to be better, maka they will accept this for revision. So in the revisions, they akan nasihatkan, you will advise what are the places to change, to revise, so that it can reduce a certain of plagiarisms or certain of AI written format. So that is the number one. The number two part is the software detection. Software detections tu dia different from publisher to publisher or publisher and university. Sebagai contoh, when you say when you analysis, dia cuma berapa? 10%. Cuma 10% kan? Cuma 10%. Tapi tapi masa nak submit tu dah bertambah tinggi. Betul. AI tu dah bertambah tinggi. Maka yang itu disebabkan sistem yang digunakan adalah berlainan, ya. Sistem yang digunakan tu adalah berlainan. Maka you don't need to worry too much. Submit dulu and see how it goes. Kebanyakan masa dia tidak akan direct reject, kecuali manuskrip tersebut tu memang lemah lah, memang tidak baik sungguh. Then the editor will say, the editor will find any reason to reject. Tapi kalau paper tu berkualiti, it's good paper that they want, they will also find every reason not to reject. So hopefully that would give you motivation sikit, ya. Memang boleh.
Ada lagi dari sini?
Baik, terima kasih. Nama saya Indra Bulan dari Sekolah Pasca Sarjana. Karena tadi contohnya adalah dari kuantitatif. Ya, kalau dari Sekolah Pasca Sarjana itu kan multidisiplin atau interdisiplin seperti itu. Nah, kebetulan saya dari pengkajian seni pertunjukan dan seni rupa. Bisakah dikasih contoh abstrak yang kualitatif atau yang seperti social science, humanities, art, dan sebagainya seperti itu?
Dalam Emerald tu setahu I tu kita ada satu journal, qualitative research journal di Emerald. If you can go to Emerald website, sudah. Then you can kalau boleh you can see what is the, kalau William lah, normally I will check the top cited article. Nanti I'll check is there any special issue in the coming months or year. Kalau dia ada any special issues tak? Kalau ada special issues, biasanya dia akan tulis the tema dia, the themes, the keyword and so. That's actually where I would try to do a research on that particular theme or keyword. So when the special issues time open, submit. Submit to the special issues. Kalau dia reject on the special issue, we can submit to the journal. Submit the journal. But if you ask me, is there any contoh? Sekarang ni PowerPoint William tidak ada. Tapi William pun ambil from Emerald Insight from database. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Oh yes, how about translating using AI? Sama ya. Kalau before ni, kalau kita tidak ada Gemini, tidak ada ChatGPT, sebelum ini, what do you use to do translation? Ask somebody, yes. Ask somebody to do translation, which is correct. Kalau sendiri tu, maybe William will use a Google Translate lah. Tapi Google Translate terrible lah, dia punya result memang berlainan sikit lah, memang berlainan, ya. So yes, the best practice, thank you Pak, is to invite or to engage translator services. In some center, they may even provide you certificate for the translasi. It will also helps you in terms of the submission. So when you submit, not translations, the proofreading. So when you do translations, you ask them to do a proofreading together. There's a proofreading certificate you can ask them to provide, and you can submit together in your submission. But over here, how about translating using AI? It's the same thing. If you wanted to use AI to translate into it, it will detect as AI written. Yes, definitely it will be detect as AI written with certain percentage here. So it is, normally we do not ask to copy paste after the translation. Check it out, see sentence by sentence, word by word. Does it means what you trying to deliver the message across? If it's no, of course you need to change it. If it's yes, try to see if you can rewrite it into more human behavior. So that is what I could offer for this question. Thank you for this question. Yes, of course.
Thank you. My question is about the ABC. It's important for us. Bagi saya, it's quite expensive. Yes. 60 juta kalau dirupiahkan.
Tidak tahu.
Lebih ya? Yeah, it's almost 60, ya 70 juta sekarang.
Yeah.
Itu 3 tahun yang lalu.
Yeah.
Dan itu saya kira memberatkan. Nah, sehingga apakah ada kekhususan untuk Gajah Mada terutama, especially for Indonesia and Gajah Mada untuk didiskon misalkan dari Emerald ini? Karena tadi kan kita sudah ada capaian bagus ya, the second usage in Indonesia. Maybe you can pertimbangkan itu.
Betul.
Itu yang pertama. Dan karena saya merasa itu terlalu mahal, sehingga di tahun 2006 kemarin yang hanya 17 orang dari Gajah Mada atau dari Indonesia, itu mungkin saya salah satunya. Tapi saya tidak EPC lagi karena di 2023 itu mahal, sehingga di 2026 saya memilih untuk tidak open lagi.
Tidak open
lagi. Uang saya tidak cukup. Gajah
Sekian-
Mada hanya memberikan, saya open di sini Pak ya, mohon izin. Gajah Mada hanya memberikan kurang lebih 30 juta bagi saya, sedangkan itu almost 60 lebih, sehingga saya sudahlah, sekarang saya tidak ada uang tambahan untuk 30 juta. Seandainya itu bisa dipangkas 50% saja, mungkin Gajah Mada masih bisa untuk memberikan kesempatan bagi saya kemarin untuk open access, karena uang saku belum diberi. Jadi yang bisa. Nah, itu yang pertama. Kemudian yang kedua adalah tadi soal Australia.
Ya.
Itu harus nationality Australia atau boleh orang Indonesia atau mungkin orang Gajah Mada yang sedang S3 di sana bisa kami ajak untuk berpartner. Jadi tidak harus nationality-nya Australia.
Faham. So, untuk yang soalan kedua tu, yang APC is a project bersama Emoro dengan Australian konsortium ataupun government mereka tu. Jadi yang benefit yang dapat tu is actually the university di sana. Jadi sesiapa yang mengajar, lecturer in Monash, Australia,
must be lecturer ya. Kalau hanya students gitu?
Kalau
Indonesian
kalau student dia boleh apply for the free APC, then should be okay. Bagi William tidak pasti student layak ke tidak, is it allowed or not, but for research purposes normally is yes.
Kalau misalnya itu bisa, kan kita bisa memanfaatkan dalam tanda kutip mahasiswa kita yang sedang di sana, kita ajak kolaborasi.
Yes, tetapi biasanya they will ask you to add nama mereka lah as a co-author.
Sure. Jadi mereka sebagai co-author, kemudian membawa kampus mereka yang di Monash atau di mana.
Betul.
Okay, thank you.
Collaboration bersama. Tapi untuk yang soalan pertama tu, this is not a first question we actually get into that about the APC and so. Sekarang ini pihak Emoro bersama dengan Badan Riset Nasional ataupun some university, Emoro tidak go with single university alone, tetapi kita go with the country level dan sebagainya. So for country level, there is a discussion in place, tetapi belum ternyata lagi lah, it's not fulfilling yet. However, jikalau UGM sebagai contoh, adanya mandatory for open access, we can actually discuss on the bundle APC, discounted APC with a single university. Yang itu bisa. Tetapi kalau untuk yang free APC itu biasanya melibatkan a great deal of consortiums. Betul. Consortiums. It's not only on author Indonesia, not an issue. Indonesia not an issue.
Minimal untuk Gajah Mada masih bisa ya tadi.
Apa itu Pak?
Minimal untuk UGM memungkinkan begitu.
Yeah.
But before we address that question, right, I have got quite a question back to you. What is the reason that you want to publish in open access?
Agar banyak orang, in Indonesia it's okay? Oke, agar banyak orang kemudian membaca publikasi kami yang dari Gajah Mada.
To have further or wider dissemination of your research, right?
Alright.
If that is your objective, I think the current model that we have without APC, the green open access model, can already achieve your objective.
I see.
Yeah, because APC model is actually supposedly to replace the subscription model that the library actually purchase the subscription of our content from the publishers. Because I think publishers can't sustain our kind of business model if we do not have the subscription and we move on to a totally free publication model, which is the APC or the open access model, right? So in that sense, if your objective is to have a wider dissemination of your research content, to have a wider audience to read your content, right? You do not need to take the APC model or the APC route, because that will mean extra money, extra budget that you need to spend, right? Which the existing green open access model that I think for Emerald, we do allow you to deposit your original, the before formatting editing version from the publishers, your original work, that is the one that we before publication, the version before publication. You can repository that into your university repository, and that is free for anybody to access. Yeah.
Publish di Emerald ada bisa publish di repository kampus mungkin lewat perpustakaan atau repository pribadi ya, tapi tanpa logo publishernya ya, tanpa logo publishernya. Jadi sebelum format publisher lah Anda bisa publish, itu diperbolehkan, itu namanya green open access ya. Mungkin Pak Arief ngerti ya Pak ya, green open access. Dan itu kalau di Emerald itu tidak ada embargo. Jadi ada beberapa publisher kan harus 6 bulan setelah publish atau setahun. Kalau di Emerald Anda accept, Anda mau bikin langsung repository, masukin repositorynya pun diperbolehkan. Itu pun diperbolehkan. Jadi tidak ada embargo tidak ada embargo sama sekali. Kadang-kadang ada yang sampai 6 bulan, ada yang setahun, ada beberapa publisher itu tidak. Jadi itu langsung diperbolehkan. Jadi itu bisa sebagai satu-satunya cara. Tapi memang kadang-kadang sekarang kalau nggak salah Dikti juga sering-sering bagi IBA Pak ya, buat publish open access ya Pak ya, diwajibkan ya. Ya nggak masalah sih kalau memang seperti itu memang, tapi memang kalau dilihat di Emerald itu kalau dibilang 70 juta itu hampir semua publisher sama Pak. Bapak mau masuk yang manapun sama. Jadi artinya bukan kami yang mahal. Kita ngikutin pasar ya. Pasarnya kayak gitu. Jadi kita ngikutin
No, because,
harga pasaran.
Because actually the APC model is to replace the subscription model. So that's why, I support what Pak Ivan have mentioned, and I think William have wittily mentioned like, oh, if you've got the extra pocket money, you can pay for the APC. But in real fact, the publishers are not simply charging the APC. That is being calculated on the actual cost that we need to come out from the publisher's pocket to sustain an article. Because a lot of people don't know, the publishers, they are actually paying quite a lot in terms of the submission process. Because take, for example, the system that we use, Scholar One system for submission. Scholar One system charges publishers per submission. It's not per acceptance. If you can see just now, the submission is crazily high in Indonesia, about 8,000, right? We pay for each of this submission in advance from the publisher's perspective. And the actual publication we get is only about 20% out of that 8,000, yeah. So those are a lot of the hidden costs that a lot of our customers doesn't know that we need to incur in terms of us maintaining and sustaining the whole publication process, yeah. Why the people like in Australia or in the UK, they can sustain this kind of APC free model, right? Is because they have actually moved on from a fully subscription model over a fully open access model in Australia, which is they have got this deal under the CAO consortium in Australia, where they allowed all the members of the public universities or the private universities in Australia to publish freely unlimited APC, unlimited publication in a year with Emerald. So your question is, can students utilize this? Yes. Anybody who's studying or teaching in the Australian universities, they can notify the library, and there is a route for them to utilize this free APC unlimited, yes. And that's why we encourage this kind of inter-regional collaboration. Yes, you can take advantage of this, especially we've got this kind of 100% open access free APC deal with countries like Australia. We have signed deals with UK as well. I think generically, any members under the GIST consortium in the UK, they are under this deal. Any university under the CAO Australia consortium, they are also under this deal. Yeah, and also we do have other bigger consortium, which mainly they are from the European countries. In Asia, we don't have anything yet. Yeah. I hope that helps your question. Yeah.
Untuk for the questions online, do you have any tips for collaboration with international researcher when we do not really have significant funding support? So with or without support, with or without funding support, I think let me just quickly talk about collaboration. Collaboration to us is to me would be important. It's actually for us to network, to grow our groups, our co-authors, co-researchers, and have a chance to be invited, to conference, to keynote, and etc. So the direct tips that I have is to join a conference, to join events. Joining conference, joining events, you get to meet. Join, tapi don't join for the sake of join and presentation and go home. Don't do that. Yeah, you already pay the money. Go there, meet with the keynote speaker. Most of the keynote speakers, either they are head of school, dean, or they are editors. If it's in Malaysia, when we do conference, we always invite editor-in-chief to be our keynote speaker. So get the chance to meet up with the editor-in-chief of the journal, ask them about your research, your manuscript, and ask them, would they be open to become a reviewer? Can you become a reviewer in their journals? And you can also invite them to be your co-author or co-researchers in the future, something like that. That is presumably the most realistic and most close experience that I have, or at least my editorial team has. So I do not know, do you know this name, Professor Hiram Ting from Borneo, Kuching, Sarawak? Professor Hiram Ting, he is based in Kuching, Sarawak. He first joined Emerald as our Emerald ambassador. He's still very young, the time young academic lah. Umur dah tua dah, tapi just graduate not too long. And he has run 18, close to 20, 18 special issues in 2 years. 18 special issues in 2 years. He's very actively connect with a journal, with journal editorial board members, in conference as well, run special issues from the journal. From there on, he got invited to be the editorial member of the journal, and now he is the editor-in-chief for Young Consumers, a marketing journal in MRO, Scopus Q1, ESCI Q1. So that takes him about 2020, berapa? 6 years lah, about 6 years. 6 year times from young academics to become someone then. I think basically that is all from us. Is there any other questions? Do you want to check the time? Yes, please. Oh, bisa.
Gini, kalau kita ikut conference tanggal 5-6 Agustus itu, apakah otomatis langsung publish ke Emerald Publishing begitu?
Maksudnya kalau masuk conference
ya.
Dia tidak automatic publish di Emerald, disebabkan conference has conference paper presentation. Conference paper presentation adalah berlainan, is different with manuscript submissions. So even you have presented in the conference and get all the good reviews, etc., you will still need to go to the journal submission systems and submit as a new submissions. From there on, the journal will assign new reviewer to review the paper. But the good thing is that the manuscript has been improved from the conference to a better quality, so that we hope that it will reduce the rejection rate. So normally that is what we do in conference. If the question is, do we accept directly? The answer is no. There is no promise publication. Kalau ada promise publication, something is wrong lah. Something is wrong.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
yes, please.
Baik, mungkin simpel aja Pak ya. Ini mungkin yang membuat juga sementara saya pusing tentang novelty. Oke, novelty ini kira-kira ketika kita mau submit di satu jurnal, apakah kita harus cari novelty di jurnal tersebut? Dan kira-kira berapa minimal jurnal yang bisa kita ambil untuk dijadikan sebagai novelty-nya dari penelitian kita? Dan terakhir mungkin novelty itu apakah selain dari isu terkini, faktor lain apa yang bisa kita jadikan sebagai novelty-nya? Seperti itu.
Okay.
Terima kasih.
Sama. Great question. Waalaikumsalam. Apa khabar? Khabar baik? For that particular question, Izinkan William reply in English here. In English, direct answer to ialah it depends on the research topic dan juga contribution. Know your contribution. Kalau you know where's this research heading, pergi mana yang arah tuju research tu di mana, hopefully you can find the novelty or the contribution di sebelah sana. So that is a short answer. Yeah. The long answer to your question, boleh kita cari novelty di journal yang kita nak submit. Biasanya it's subjective, ya. Biasanya because it depends on adakah any past paper published in the same topic, same keyword, in the same journal ke tidak. So that is something for you to explore. Maka untuk yang tu tidak pasti. Kebiasaannya novelty would have two: theoretical contribution, real world application. Kalau theoretical contributions, you can check it from literature. Use the most recent, just now you mentioned about the most recent articles, not only in the same journal, other journals juga. You can check the most recent publication, 2026, 2025, to literature review to check what are the similarity, the research, the contributions, the gap, dan sebagainya. Hopefully that will give you the arah tuju lah, the directions, where is your end goal. Doing a research, please think about the end goal here. It's not do a research and publish. Kalau macam itu, banyak journal mungkin tidak accept the paper to publish sebab it's only have the theoretical contributions ataupun yang basic lah, yang basic contribution sahaja. For us to get out from the rat race, apa tu tikus larian? Sebab sekarang ni kita pusing kan. So if you want to get out from this race to be number one or to be different, so we also have to do differently. Kalau kita still focus on the theoretical contribution, you will be pusing and you will be you will be competing with all the academics or the students around the world. These sessions, I wanted to open your mind to think out of the box. Theoretical contribution, yes, continue. Tetapi there is also the real world, implications, kontribusi kepada stakeholder. Who are your research stakeholder? Yeah, how does it apply positively in their life, in their day-to-day job dan sebagainya. So that is the part where funding party wants to see. One last thing adalah, if you find novelty, you can also think about if you are investor, yeah. If you are investor or if you are a billionaire, you want to give a research fund to your friend, want to give research fund to your friend to do the research. So what do you want to get out from the research? So let's say we want to put 10 million to do research. At the end of this 10 million, what do you want to see, to achieve? Is it citation? Tidak ya, because you are billionaire, you don't need citation lah. But what do you actually need to see from the research when you put the 10 million inside? So probably the contribution, how can this actually help the people, help you, help me, help the company, help the country? Contoh. Yeah. So sorry, I say too much, but I just want to thank you for the questions. I use that questions to answer in a way that how do we escape the pusing tu. If not, we will still di sana dia tu. Thank you. Pusing nampak ke?
Ada lagi pertanyaannya? Sudah tidak ada? Oke. Sudah lewat jam 3 juga sih ya. Sudah lewat.
Karena itu dari pihak Emerald dan juga pihak library kita saya bukan ya. Pihak Emerald dan juga iGroup, we want to say a big thank you. Thank you Pak, thank you Bu and teman-teman semua in hadiri attending these sessions with us. Myself, I appreciate the silly joke lah, and also the sharing from you Pak, and also the questions. Jikalau in case in the future when you once you find questions about publications, please you can reach out to the library or you can reach out to Amoro. We can see how we can help each other or collaborate further. With that, I shall pass it to the moderator or to the MC. MC, you want to say something?
Enough lah. You already talk too much.
Terima kasih kami sampaikan kepada Mr. William Loh dan Bapak Irwan Sukardi atas sesi yang sangat insightful. Kami juga mengucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh peserta yang telah hadir dan berpartisipasi pada workshop hari ini, baik secara daring maupun secara luring. Selanjutnya, berikut ada link evaluasi yang bisa diisi oleh Bapak dan Ibu untuk memberikan pendapat terkait dengan kegiatan pada sore hari ini. Semoga kegiatan hari ini memberikan manfaat dan menambah wawasan kita semua, khususnya dalam meningkatkan kualitas abstrak ilmiah, serta memahami etika publikasi internasional dengan baik. Akhir kata, saya Wasilatul Baroroh pamit undur diri. Sampai jumpa pada kegiatan perpustakaan dan arsip UGM selanjutnya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.